city. Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go to Ekpe, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos yo. Ele Jamo, ele Tiko, ele Bajano. Central of Excellence, lewa in case you don't know. Bijaye, Jimale. Nijaye, Nibele, Nijaye, Kakaki, Obasumi, Malole. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo. Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go to Ekpe, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos yo. Ele Jamo, ele Tiko, ele Bajano. Central of Excellence, lewa in case you don't know. Bijaye, Jimale. Nijaye, Nibele, Nijaye, Kakaki, Obasumi, Malole. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo. Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go to Ekpe, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos, oh. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos, oh. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele Jabo, ele Tiko, ele Bajano. Central of Excellence, lewa in case you don't know. Bijaye, Jumale. Nijaye, Nibele, Nijaye, Kakaki, Obasumi, Malole. Riding through my city, and now hustle in my city, and now made it in my city, and now God bless my city, and now Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo. Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Ekpe, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos, oh. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos, oh. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele Jabo, ele Tiko, ele Bajano. Central of Excellence, lewa in case you don't know. Bijaye, Jumale. Nijaye, Nibele, Nijaye, Kakaki, Obasumi, Malole. Riding through my city, and now hustle in my city, and now made it in my city, and now God bless my city, and now Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo. Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Ekpe, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó. Why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó? You dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos o. Ele jábọ́, ele tìkọ́, ele bàjẹ́ náà. Central of excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bíjayé, Bímalé, Bíjayé, Bíbélé, Bíjayé, káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Òyìnbó, Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó. Why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó? You dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos o. Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó. Why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó? You dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos o. Ele jábọ́, ele tìkọ́, ele bàjẹ́ náà. Central of excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bíjayé, Bímalé, Bíjayé, Bíbélé, Bíjayé, káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Òyìnbó, Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó. Why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó? You dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos o. Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó. Why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó? You dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele jabo, ele tiko, ele baje no. Central of excellence, lewa in case you don't know. Bijaye, Jimale, Bijaye, Jibele, Bijaye, Kakaki, Obasumi, Malole. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Ekpe, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Banana, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele jabo, ele tiko, ele baje no. Central of excellence, lewa in case you don't know. Bijaye, Jimale, Bijaye, Jibele, Bijaye, Kakaki, Obasumi, Malole. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Ekpe, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Banana, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele jabo, ele tiko, ele baje no. Central of Celeste lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bíjáyé ní Malé, níjáyé ní Bẹ́lẹ̀, bíjáyé káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Òyìnbó, Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó, why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó, you dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go Korodu my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́ my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go BGC my guy, you go love Lagos o.
Okay, man.
Òyìnbó, Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó, why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó, you dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go banana my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Ikeja my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Badagry my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos o. Ele jábọ́, ele tìkọ́, ele bàjẹ́ náà. Central of Excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bíjáyé ní Malé, níjáyé ní Bẹ́lẹ̀, bíjáyé káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Òyìnbó, Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó, why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó, you dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go Korodu my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́ my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go BGC my guy, you go love Lagos o. Òyìnbó, Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó, why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó, you dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go banana my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Ikeja my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Badagry my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos o. Ele jábọ́, ele tìkọ́, ele bàjẹ́ náà. Central of Excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bíjáyé ní Malé, níjáyé ní Bẹ́lẹ̀, bíjáyé káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Epe, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos o.
No, I said this laptop, don't disgrace me this morning. Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos o. Ele jabo, ele tiko, ele baje no. Central of Excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bijaye, Bimale, Bijaye, Bibele, Bijaye, Kakaki ló bá sún mi malole. Riding through my city, and now hustle in my city, and now made it in my city, and now God bless my city, and now Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Epe, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos o. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos o. Ele jabo, ele tiko, ele baje no. Central of Excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bijaye, Bimale, Bijaye, Bibele, Bijaye, Kakaki ló bá sún mi malole. Riding through my city, and now hustle in my city, and now made it in my city, and now God bless my city, and now Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Epe, my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele Jabo, ele Tiko, ele Bajano. Central of Excellence, lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bijaye, Bimale. Nijaye, Nibele, Nijaye, Kakaki, ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, hustling my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo. Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Ekpe, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele Jabo, ele Tiko, ele Bajano. Central of Excellence, lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bijaye, Bimale, Nijaye, Nibele, Bijaye, Kakaki, ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, hustling my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Ekpe, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos. If I carry you, catch my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go banana, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos. Ele bàjẹ́ náà. Oyinbo, Èkó ló wá Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́, my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, Èkó ló wá Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos. Ele jabo, ele tiko, ele bàjẹ́ náà. Central of excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bijaye, Jumale, Bijaye, Jibele, Bijaye, káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Oyinbo, Èkó ló wá Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́, my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos. Èkó ló wá Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go banana, my guy, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele jabo, ele tiko, ele bàjẹ́ náà. Central of excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bijaye, Jimale, Bijaye, Jibele, Bijaye, káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, and now hustling my city, and now made it in my city, and now God bless my city, and now Oyinbo, Èkó ló wà Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo, Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Èkó ló wà Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo, Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Banana, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele jabo, ele tiko, ele bàjẹ́ náà. Central of excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Bijaye, Jimale, Bijaye, Jibele, Bijaye, káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọlé. Riding through my city, and now hustling my city, and now made it in my city, and now God bless my city, and now Oyinbo, Èkó ló wà Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo, Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Korodu, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go BGC, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. Èkó ló wà Oyinbo, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo, Oyinbo, you dey Lagos Oyinbo. If I carry you go Banana, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Ikeja, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos, yo. Ele jabo, ele tiko, ele bàjẹ́ náà. Central of lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Mi jayé, mi máa lé, mi jayé, mi bẹ́lẹ̀, mi jayé. Káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọ́lé. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Òyìnbó, Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó, why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó, you dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go Korodu my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́ my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go BGC my guy, you go love Lagos o. Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó, why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó, you dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go banana my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Elegushi, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go Ikeja my guy, you go love Lagos o. Agree my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Lagos Island, you go love Lagos o. Èlé jábọ́, èlé tìkọ́, èlé bàjẹ́ náà. Central of excellence lẹ́wà in case you don't know. Mi jayé, mi máa lé, mi jayé, mi bẹ́lẹ̀, mi jayé. Káàkiri ló bá sún mi máa lọ́lé. Riding through my city, hustle in my city, made it in my city, God bless my city. Òyìnbó, Èkó ló wá òyìnbó, òyìnbó, why you speaking òyìnbó, òyìnbó, you dey Lagos òyìnbó. If I carry you go Korodu my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go to Ẹ̀pẹ́ my guy, you go love Lagos o. If I carry you go BGC my guy, you go love Lagos o. Alrighty then. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, from wherever it is that you're watching us from in any part of the world. It's a privilege to welcome you once again to these monthly webinar, an enlightenment series that is the vision, the brain of the Public Service Staff Development Center here in Magodo. PSSDC is the training arm of the Lagos State government, as you know. My name is Abiodun Agbaje. I'm the coordinator of the Greater Lagos Rising Series, as well as the compare for today's edition. It is my privilege to welcome you on behalf of the DG PSSDC back to the Greater Lagos Rising Series after a month's break. The Greater Lagos Rising Series, as you know, is a monthly webinar where we talk about the policies and programs of the Lagos State government with a view to enlighten public servants, of course, members of the public. Started in March 2024, and this is our third year running. This is Greater Lagos Rising Series 3.0. I am very, very much excited to be here with you. I do not know if you can hear me. Thank you so much. Can I get those emojis? Yeah, it's good to have all of you. Thank you. Olasuban, Mr. Hamza Tufai, and of course, every other person giving us those emojis. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. We start again this year. We go again, and this year promises to be bigger. Don't forget that last year we started with conversations as we have been doing for the past 3 years now. Start with conversations around budget, because when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Without budget, without planning, how will we execute those programs and policies that we're going to be talking about? So we started last year with PS, Ministry of Economic Planning and Budgeting. We had so many other interesting series throughout the year. We had artificial intelligence and the future of work, and we ended it with the session delivered by the SA to the governor on blue economy, Mr. Emmanuel, who took us right through the great intervention project going on waterways, particularly the Omieko project. Now, this year is another year to go again for Lagos. We've all seen the budget figures. 4.444 trillion naira. It's ambitious, it's audacious, it's over 30% increase from last year's budget, and the governor has tagged the budget of shared prosperity. Doesn't mean we're going to be sharing that 4.4 trillion naira. What it means is that at the end of the day, the projects that we're going to be doing with this money, who think prosperity, we will share 4.4 trillion into the account. No, the projects are going to be projects that are going to be touching people's lives. So that at the end of the day, somebody needs to mute. All right. So at the end of the day, when these projects are executed, wherever we are in various homes in Lagos, would have felt the impact of these projects. That is the essence of having these conversations around shared prosperity budget. What's your role? What's my role? It's good to have you all here. That was just like remarks. You know how we do it. Begin with the welcome address by the man whose vision birthed the Greater Lagos Rising Series. Is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Magodo, as we call it, is the one that lets us know that whatever we dream about, we can achieve it. With the only limitation in our own mind. The Director General of the Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center, Mr. Adekumolola Adiomos. It's a privilege to have you with us here this morning. I invite you, sir, for your opening remarks.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much this morning. I'm very glad to be here to be part of our year 2026 plan for the webinar series. We are starting off with a very, very important note. This is the way I like us to start off, starting right from where it matters most, which is money matters. Lagos State has always put this at the front burner. The welfare of the citizens, the impact it can make in development, and the sustainability of all those initiatives. And this is what guarantees a better lifestyle for us all. So this is the best place to start from. Starting with our head of service, that going to be talking to us through the very special guest speaker that we have this morning. And we are sure that, as usual, the special guest speaker that's representing of service would deliver very important nuggets for us as individuals, as citizens, as public servants, as for those who are private sector people who are joining this program, as even public sector, we're all stakeholders in these projects called Lagos. So I want to welcome you all and to say, pop your seatbelts and get ready for this ride. And take notes, because we'll hear a lot of things that will be very, very useful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that welcome address. Fasten your seatbelt. Said you're going to be in for a roller coaster of a ride. So without wasting much time, the field guest speaker for this morning, of course, is the Lagos State Head of Service, Mr. Shuaib Olabode Aguro, our mentor, our leader. A man who needs no introduction. A man who trained as a lawyer. By training is a lawyer. By passion is a footballer. We should be hearing his name. If he had to follow that part of his passion, we would be hearing his name with the likes of the great Alan Shearer of this world, the Roy Kings of this world. But this is a man that has chosen service over everything else and returned to his fatherland to be of service to the good people of Lagos State, rising to become the permanent secretary, Lagos State Lands Bureau. Before he was appointed as the Lagos State Head of Service. He's a man that's a mentor to us all and that we look up to. The Head of Service is with us and we have endorsement to proceed with this program. However, he is represented today by an authority when it comes to budget matters in Lagos State. Now, as a young man growing up in Lagos, in those days when we talk about budget, name that comes to mind then was Ben Akabueze. Talk budget, talk Mr. Ben Akabueze. Mr. Akabueze is federal level. And these days in Lagos, when we talk about budget, there is only one authority that I know. I call her. This is the only MON that I know in Lagos State Public Service. MON, not a member of the Order of the Niger, the Master of Numbers. For the third time in a row, she's joining us on the Greater Lagos Rising Series. Third time, 3 times more than any other permanent secretary in Lagos. Representing the Lagos State Head of Service this morning is their permanent secretary from the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budgeting, who was with us 2 years ago, who dazzled us so much last year, reciting numbers like poetry. I remember some of us were young, we remember that. It is my privilege to invite again to take the stage to take us through this topic on actualizing the Lagos State budget of prosperity, the role of public servants, the role of Lagosians. Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you to take the stage. The PS, Mrs. Olayinka Modupe Ojo. Mr. Rufai, can please have the slides for the PS, please. Hello. Am I being heard? Okay. Thank you.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. I believe the PS is there. She's there. I've seen her this morning. Perhaps network. Okay, she's there. Okay. She's with us. Welcome, ma.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning, everyone, on this call this morning. Particularly, I would like to recognize the presence of the DG PSSDC, my own dear brother, who was also once a bureau guy and forever a bureau guy. That's the language for everyone that has served in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budgets. Good morning, Mr. Dio Moses. And well done to you, yourself, and your entire team. I want to acknowledge all the permanent secretaries on this call this morning. And would like to particularly appreciate my own dear boss, a leader par excellence, the head of service of the most vibrant civil service, the public service in Africa, the Lagos State Head of Service, Mr. Shuaib Labodiaguru, the Olori himself. Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity to stand in for you this morning. It's a big shoe of knowledge. We keep learning from you, your strategies, the methodology by which you administrate the public service in Lagos State is second to none. And without flattering you, sir, you have been a driver of excellence in every way. A man that believes so much in merit, shows it and drives it in the space where you and I have taken our career. And no wonder the reforms that we keep encountering in the Lagos State Public Service. Thank you so much, sir, for this privilege to stand in gap to speak to your own slides. And this is the slides I'm speaking to this morning. Once again, my name is Ojola Nkamudupe, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Economic Planning and Budgets. And we all will be sharing this morning from the knowledge of our dear boss on the budget of shared prosperity, actualizing the budget of shared prosperity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will be speaking to the slide, but more importantly this morning, I want to bring the nexus between the Lagos State Development Plan, the team's agenda, and the yearly plan of budgetary allocation to the several sectors and how it links up to drive our goal as a state and as a government, highlighting the roles of the public servants, being the institution itself that administrates upon the budget, and what the expectations of citizens, of course, of which we are also included. You and I are citizens and residents of Lagos. What is expected of us if we are going to have the audacious 4.444 trillion budget of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu's second administration actualized. And honestly, at a time in Nigeria, that was the size of Nigeria's budgets that Lagos is taking home. And by fact, just about 2 days ago, the Southwest governors were meeting. And you know what? Driving a budget of about 8.7 trillion as Southwest, Lagos taking over half of that budgetary contribution to our region in a time like this. I think Mr. Governor deserves, with his team, they deserve an applaud for that. Thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you, everyone clapping for Mr. Governor now. I can see your emoji. Thank you, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, for being so audacious and for believing that Lagos has the potentiality to drive this. And honestly, Lagos continue to scale. We are proud of you. We are proud of ourselves. We are proud of the economy of Lagos, not only by talking it that we are leading in sub-Saharan Africa, but honestly, we are walking the talk. So, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, without taking much of our time, we'll be looking at the overview of our discussion this morning and understanding the shared prosperity by way of definition and division that is ahead of us. We also be looking at the 2026 budget at a glance. Then the strategic pillars that drives as we deep dive into the 7 pillars transforming every sector of Lagos State. And the team's agenda has been a very vibrant one in driving this evolving economy of Lagos State. Then we will highlight quickly our role as public servants who champions the implementation, ensuring excellence, accountability, transparent service delivery across all government agencies, as well as the partnership and active role in progress of engaging the citizen to ensure that they monitor and they also play the role of compliance, collaborative efforts with governments to ensure the delivery of the shared prosperity. And so quickly, when we talk about shared prosperity, do you know that interestingly, some of the citizens just believe that we're talking about just going on the streets of Lagos, then share the goodness. Spend the fucking money, but it's way beyond that. It's way beyond sharing. It's way beyond just taking the fund and distribute on the streets of Lagos. So by shared prosperity, we are speaking to the budgets of a subnational government, that refers to government's financial plan that allocates resources towards inclusive growth, prioritizing services as a sector that drives our economy today, prioritizing infrastructure, putting development in space that drives and ensure the delivery of a look forward tomorrow of Lagos, ensuring programs that raises living standard of all the people in Lagos are implemented, especially low-income earners and vulnerable groups. So when we talk about shared prosperity, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking straight to the ability of government to ensure that every sector of government have funding programs and projects that will ensure collective delivery of our defined intentions. And when I talk about intention, I'm talking about the programs and projects that has been prioritized, costed, and effectively put into our budget. So when we deviate in any way
vulnerable groups
from aligned programs and projects, when we refuse to put those things that we have especially identified as drivers of our goals in our MTSS, then we may not get the outcomes as defined. So in this edition of the Greater Lagos Rising, we have the privilege of looking at those things, those outline that are in your team's agenda and how well they sit with the programs and projects of each sector. So that brings you as a civil servant to where is your role in this? Where is your role within your agency? What are those mapped out functions that you deliver? And leaves no space for anyone to hide out, leaves no space for an officer that is not mapped to a function in his or her agency. So what do you do in your agency as a public servant? If we'll be talking this morning to your role in ensuring that this budget is delivered. Who are you? What do you do? Are you a strategist in your office? Are you a planner? Are you a procurement officer? Are you a communicator, a PRO? Is your work to magnify and project the functions and delivery of your agency? Are you a program manager? Are you a media manager and you will be publicizing these functions, scaling for citizens to know what the agency is about? What topic are you driving? What function are you mapped to? Or do I call Otis AI to come after you that you don't have a defined function as a public servant? So a lot of the discussion this morning will also help your mind to focus on what you'll be spending the next, okay, so since 1 month is gone now, the next 11 months of the year doing to help Lagos, to help Lagosians find fulfillment. And on the part of Lagosian, the role of ensuring that enough revenue is generated to be able to drive this audacious budget of shared prosperity. Everyone likes to spend. No one likes to talk about the revenue. But honestly, in one box, this is talking about how we're going to source the 4.4 trillion and how we're going to spend the good 4.4 trillion to ensure for better life of the people of Lagos State. So it means ensuring that economic growth within the state, within our local governments, improve income opportunities. Income opportunities. Ensuring that the services you deliver in your various ministry, agencies, and departments is actually helping people to realize new sources of income or scale their sources of income. Opportunities for quality of lives of residents to improve waste collection, the functionality of ensuring the last man that stands on the road clears the way, that gridlock does not increase travel time and give more time to functionality of economic empowered time that we invest in doing our businesses on the road, improving mobility as we reduce travel times, ensuring effective coordination of traffic management, improving the quality of life of residents, ensuring that each agency, the civic engagement is open up to the gateway of people having enough information, having where to drop information, to ask questions, find response in quick turnaround time, our responses to citizens' requests, as public servants, ensuring that within the system itself, agencies are able to speak to one another in a functional manner that service delivery is improved. When you are requested to submit XYZ to an agency to process for an outcome, you are not a delayed point or you are not a blocked point to the function of the agency that your agency is meant to impute into, because one agency's input drives another agency's outcome. So ensuring that you are not breaking the chain in the public service that eventually leads to the expectation of the citizen, rather than benefiting only a few areas or groups, ensuring that residents' life collectively finds improvement in ease of doing business, improvement in documentations that leads to, certain processes within the ambience of people doing their daily, day-to-day activities in Lagos that helps them to earn more in good timing. We also go around, to increase the economy of Lagos. And in straight way, you can find that defined in our development plan. So If I follow strictly the slides this morning, I'm speaking to the slide. I'm trying to have the slide enlarged. So PS says this say, please, you can move the slides. Thank you. So move from the agenda.
Hello, ma. We are.
I'm trying to see your slide.
We are on the budget overview.
Okay, so speaking to the budget overview, we're looking at how much is budgeted, how much our budget is, and the CapEx components of the budget. Yeah, thank you very much. 53% representing the capital investment of 2.3 trillion. This takes care of major infrastructure. And it suffices to say that this year, the government of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, is critically looking at
Okay.
while this slide has put two pillars in explanation, I want you to focus on the strategic pillars where we have traffic management and transportation, health and environment, education and technology, making Lagos 21st century economy, entertainment and tourism, security and governance. And on these 6 pillars, it will be key for you to know that as we are trying to manage traffic and strengthen transportation system mobility for economic improvements, we will be layering that into social inclusion and youth engagement. What that means is that our transport system is so efficient that it considers the mobility of unempowered people, like persons living with disability, ensuring our walkways are created in a way that specializes space for people to move when mobility is also moving along with persons. So social inclusion refers to improve services that strengthens each of this pillar, and youth engagement, ensuring that our young people are empowered, on each of this space, ensuring that education is giving adherence, to developing technologically savvy people, and the rest of it. Ensuring that entertainment and tourism, if you look at the rate at which Lagos state government is enlarging, its scope of tourism, trying to picture out Lagos as a place for the world tourism attraction. Our strengthening of the very rich culture of Lagos, the space and places we have that attracts tourism. So, putting all this together, in the slides that follow, there is specific highlights of how much has been voted to each of the sector to drive each of these pillars. For instance, you find traffic and transport, having a 505 billion, that's 505.8 billion projects. What would that be doing? Lagos rail mass transit improvements, completion of the red line and blue line expansion to ease chronic congestion. The Okpebi-Ojota link bridge is being completed, and the road widening projects. There's going to be massive road improvements, ensuring that PwC is also empowered, to walk some of our inner roads, effectively. On education and technology, we have 257.5 billion. On health and environment, health sector is taking about 376.1 billion, while environment has 246.4 billion. Tourism, security and governance as their figures spelled out. So if you look at social inclusion, gender equality, and youth empowerment, Lagos State is giving a whole lot to social protection. You might not see it in a box here because there are a lot of other interventions in social protection that are captured across the sectors. The social intervention in Lagos State are spread across different places, different sectors of governments. A lot more we are doing. And one thing that we are also improving on in Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget is to see how codes are meant out for access of social intervention funds in a way that we can capture holistically what this government is spending across various other sectors that are not being captured under the social protection sector. We are doing quite a lot across the sector that can describe and represent social protection spending. Social intervention spending beyond social protection. Ladies and gentlemen, one key thing that we need to emphasize this morning is I would like to go to that slide. PSSDC, can you help me to go to the slide that speaks to public servant champions of implementation? Then from there, I will come to speak to the Lagos State Development Plan and emphasize our role as civil servants, which is very, very important this morning. And I can also bring everybody to their various pillars from that slide. That slide that speaks to public servants as champions of implementation. Thank you very much.
Slide, there seems to be a lag because of network.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, if you look at this slide, it's speaking to the critical roles of civil servants in bringing the budget of shared prosperity to life. And the first thing you will see on your left-right box of that presentation is diligent implementation. Public servants are the engine room of government. We cannot overflow that. Working on the front line day in, day out. You need to prioritize the team's agenda as a civil servant, adhere to the team's agenda mandates, and execute the project that has been defined. Like I said earlier, that your role as civil servants, for my colleague civil servants that are on this call this morning, your role includes the well spelled out plans of your ministry, departments, and agencies as contained in your budget, as described in your MTSS, the medium-term sector strategy, not deviating from the resource chain matrix that your agency has defined from your goal, to the inputs, to the outputs that will be expected if actually those inputs are done correctly, and the very measure of outcomes. On monthly basis, expecting your return, filing in to see the gaps that are left. On quarterly basis, making assessments to see if actually you are drawing closer to your outcomes by way of looking at your key performance indicators. If you have set one at the beginning of the year, if you have not set one, it is not late to do so. What exactly will you be measuring to tell you that you are doing well? How better will you work? How better will your attitude and discipline be, as civil servants? We need to be more audacious. We need to be more disciplined. We need to be more functional. We need to be more intentional. Intentionality will go a long way to drive a system and drive persons. And I would like to say to you that as individual, if you are working the space of delivery of your agency, there is this fulfillment that comes with doing your work. Right from being a younger officer, I've always been proud of being a civil servant, and I've never bowed my head low while standing with my contemporaries from other sectors of the workspace. That's because, honestly, I've always been committed to the deliveries of the space of the public service where I belong. Driving data management, seeing economic growth and development as priority, measuring economic outlooks, and forecasting to look into a better Lagos. And so when I see this unfold in terms of government implementation and delivery, I am not totally deterred from the space of taking the pride with the governments I work with, because I find my finger placed, on the keyboard of pressing to ensure that the rhythm and the song that drives development in Lagos, I am a part of. So are you a part of? Are you playing your part on that key that gives us the tone and the rhythm that drives Lagos? It is important to find your place as a civil servant. What exactly are you driving in the office where you are? Your input, is it speaking to somebody's output? If you're a data collector, if you don't collect on time, then you are depriving somebody of playing the role of planning, the role of implementation. If you work with your permanent secretary, for instance, and he or she has to wait for 2 months for you to impute your parts, evaluation is not taking place just because you have refused the rest of the team your inputs, which could have helped to collaborate, the delivery of the entire team. So as civil servants, being intentional, about delivery will help this space. If you are to pick calls of citizens and respond to them in turnaround time of 24 hours, and you have left that for entire week, you have slowed down economic delivery somewhere within the space of Lagos. That's the import. If you're an administrator and you are supposed to mark the personnel performance of officers in the course of the week, and you have left that, you have continued to stretch, the bed of lateness to work, because you have not put to the table those who were late last week. And so the habit of lateness is becoming habitual just because you, as an admin officer who is in charge of maybe taking records of those who comes in early in the office had also ignoring doing that. If you are an officer in charge of ensuring that the environment of the office is kept clean and you have left it, and the workspace has remained unfunctional just because of you. If you work with Loma, for instance, and you are supposed to monitor how the streets are clean, you have refused that. The drainage services has parked out the drainage, but has not cut it away, and it has slowed down traffic along those roads. You have also slowed down the economic turnaround time. So one leading to the other, we can go on and on. So diligent implementation of our various rules will help us. Public servants must innovate to meet aggressive internally generated revenue targets. What was your revenue generation like last year? Are there new strategies? Are there better ways of working to improve the revenue generation of your agency? What role are you playing? Have you checked other clients, other African nations where maybe the rating are better, and see the strategies that have been deployed? You as an individual could take on this research and advise your agency and bring these improvements around in your own office to your work to ensure the state at large is able to scale from where we are. What are you doing better this year to improve your internally generated revenue? If you had looked at the trend in your office in the last 3-4 years, what do you think slowed you down, and what do you want to do better? Or you just want to leave it at, it's not really my headache, it's my palm sec, or it's my accountants that we have to face that. So for you that are in the line departments, the core departments of your agency, you may want to strategize better. You may want to collaborate with someone better. You may even want to offer your ideas. In Ministry of Economy Planning and Budgets, we had recently, we reviewed the last 10 years and see what the ministry has done better, that has improved us, what has slowed us down. And we suddenly discovered that when we came in this morning on this platform, somebody was talking about Mr. Ben Akabwezi. Recently, he's helping us to review, he's working on the PEFA for the state. And we remember that the community of practice was one strategy that has helped us sharpen the officers of the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget. And we went back to that and said, okay, this is January. So we're coming back the community of practice, where we put topical issue between cells of 20 officers, discuss it, strengthen it, bring forth ideas to improve our strategy for delivery. And we started the first edition back. So what are you reinstating? What are you bringing up to improve your service delivery? So we need to individually think about that. What digital platform are you exploring, to work more efficiently and effectively? So you need to look around learning, unlearning, and relearning to upskill yourselves. Your legislative oversights. We are also expecting that there will be transparent working beyond only when we are to make presentation and running around to be mayors. So we must outline all this. So we are talking about project management excellence as key responsibility and accountability for civil servants. Your project management strategy must be prioritized, timely execution of what each and every one of us are expected to do, quality assurance. We need to work more qualitatively. Let our work speak to the excellence we are known for. Then physical discipline in procurements, in cost management. There should be zero tolerance to waste. By now, for 20 years, Lagos has emphasized technological development. I remember it was during Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government that Lagos has begun to train us, on ICT. When you can go to the ICT department and take learning on Microsoft box, the Word, the Excel, the PowerPoint. Honestly, and by now, it is not too good that we still find civil servants in Lagos State who cannot use computer. So if you are one of such, you are obsolete. You need to develop yourself. The space of the public service in Lagos has given you enough and long enough opportunity to skill yourself. You have free Wi-Fi on the campus. You have computer everywhere. It's not in so much government in Nigeria that you will find offices, ministry departments having the number of computer, laptops, desktops that we have in the States. And so, if you're on this platform or you have a friend within the public service that is still unable to use the computer, tell such a one that they need to follow fast behind us. So, your technology upness. Someone says, you find adverts on Facebook that says, stop using ChatGTP like you are doing Google. Hello, civil servants. Use ChatGTP like you are using Google, if that's what you can even still do by now. But it's an aberration to find someone who cannot even use such instruments that are free and in space, that can add to your knowledge. As much as these things are not to take our jobs away, they are to sharpen, our delivery. They are to endow and help us to do our work better. Critical thinking, innovativeness, critical thinking, and innovation will help you to drive the space of delivery of this budget of shared prosperity. Beyond this budget, it will help you to find relevance as a person, as an individual in the public service, and give you a face among over 120,000 public servants that are in Lagos. You want to be seen, you want to be known, you want to walk the space up there, you want your shoulder up, you want to be able to raise your head, then get yourself equipped. Having said that, so it's beyond physical discipline. Ethical discipline is also required. Ethical leadership, integrity first, professional excellence, role model behavior. Try to pick someone excellent to be like, to work like. For instance, I pick my head of service to work like him, a man that loves merit, like I say, and I love merit too. That's one man that loves innovation, highly innovative. I remember last year, the head of service taking all the permanent secretaries for learning at NIPS, Osasco's campus in Agorwoye, in 1 week intensive training. And he was seated there with us all through the 1 week himself, innovating, taking learning, upping our strategic planning abilities. And I say to you, that was very exemplary. So what new thing are you thinking of? What are you learning newly? There are trainings on IMF portals that are free. There are trainings, all over the place that you can find free training to equip yourself. So you ask yourself, in the last 3 years, medium term, what new thing have I added to myself that will help sharpen my delivery and up my game? That is very important. So cross-departmental collaboration, like I said initially, integrated planning, coordinates across ministry for holistic solution. So the solution to your better delivery in your agency, for instance, if I work in the Ministry of Health, upping my game may be collaborating with someone in Ministry of Environment to find new innovation across the line of delivery. If I work in establishment and training for instance, upping my game may be to speak to somebody from OTCI and find new innovation, new creativity to the new world of work. There is a new world of work. There are trainings that may not be relevant today. And as someone who works in the training department, for instance, of the Ministry of Establishment and Training, and you are still talking about, which example do I give now? Training officers in the use of access. Access is a program management that has almost been swept away by new technological programs today. Or you find someone that is still struggling. You are training people. You are a trainer. You work in Ministry of Establishment and Training, and you are still proposing today training officers in skills of writing or speech making, public speaking, and things like that. And there are new innovations already you don't even know about. So how do you know what to recommend to those who have made proposals for their training schedule? So if you're an L&D officer, for instance, in the admin, you may need to look, wide into knowledge management, KM, and see what app is new in upskilling people and introduce boxes of training across the sector, proposing that to the director of training or to the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Establishment and Training, in conjunction with OTCI, submitting your proposal to OTCI and Establishment and Training could be what brings you out as an officer in the States. And could be one thing that is helping you to drive the state better, delivering on the budget of two agencies together, OTCI and Estab, in a way and manner that ups the game of Lagos and bringing better communicators in the public service. Wrap it up to what you are contributing to drive on this budget, even beyond spending. Beyond spending. If I'm still with those who are helping me, the role model behavior, exemplify efficiency and ethical conduct. We need to showcase more discipline. Yoruba people will say that what you do not have, you cannot give. Any madash of tare lango. Permit me the use of that language. Even though it's a Saturday and it's not a day of speaking Yoruba in Lagos. But honestly, that speaks to you that you are going to give someone, raiment or clothes. We look at the one that's available to you. You can't be wearing rag and talking about giving someone something to cover up, So that goes to say that how much you yourself, as public servants who are administrators and implementers of these budgets, knows about these budgets, have about these budgets, goes a long way to your expectation from the residents, the citizen. You that does not know about the new tax law, how will you tell your neighbors, the residents, those who phone in to call and ask you about it? How do you tell them about it when you have not taken time yourself? By now, it is expected that all public servants has the salient nuggets about the new tax law. And you can inform people, you can translate, you can, A lot of us are still confused about these things because we never get to open the books to learn about them. So I'm challenging all of us public servants on this call, and as many as you will speak to after this call about this meeting. Don't just go out and say, the meeting was very powerful. Powerful delivering what? Take the lessons to them. You need to know what about it. Be proud of yourself. Know about this shared prosperity budget. Beyond just cramming 53% capex, 47% recurrent, made up with personnel and overhead costs, and distribution of what is given to each sector. make sure that you can tell citizens about what is driving, what are the key things that government will be doing in the space. Did you know about the new Mercy Hospital? Did you know about the space and the place of that hospital when it is completed? Maybe late this year or early next year. Do you know the place of that hospital in Africa? Do you know what it will be doing to over 43% of the population of Lagos represented as children? You need to know. You need to be able to speak to it. So that helps citizens to understand the investment of the government you work with, I work with. It also helps them to value and believe in governance more. So I would like to close up this morning as I speak about the Lagos State Development Plan and bring it to you clearly that it's a big box that still holds in place the team's agenda and split it out on yearly basis in the budgetary provision of the annual budget. What that means is that there is a large tank called Lagos State Development Plan. It has 4 taps. 1 tap opens at a time. The 4 taps works together, dishing out the plan. Private economy. What we are saying is that making Lagos a 21st century economy speaks to having an economy that is so empowered that the people that lives in Lagos are so empowered that their productivity has improved by reason of governance. So, and we are saying that for us to have that economy to thrive, we need modern infrastructures that help us. We need rail system that is functional, that conveys people in mobility, because mobility is a major driver of economic development. So, to have the economy thrive, we put good infrastructure, modern infrastructures in place, rail system that is functional, water transport, the Omi Eco projects that, speaks to one another, that you board the train, you can offload and enter the boat and travel, intramodal transport system that speaks efficiently to one another and helps speed up mobility, reducing travel time, saving more times for economic commitments to earn more. And as we do that, we are producing people that are skilled up in doing whatever they are doing, improving the skills of our people, upping the games of Lagosians and residents, in functionality, developing the abilities of our people to do their businesses better, a human-centric city where people understand how to work the space in higher productivity, giving strength to labor to produce more, earn more, give more as they pay their taxes, and that helps us collectively to improve our productivity as a state. And by that, you and I as civil servants driving the space for that kind of human-centric city makes governance more effective and gives us a secure, functional economy that is safe, secure, thriving every day, and is able to compete and measure on the global space, of the world, rated high in efficiency and productivity, scaled up to be able to give more, representing a good, vibrant economy where people desire to come and find the tourism we are showcasing, where people desire to come and, take up from an economy that is so productive that our GDP is up. Then our revenue generation can begin to measure up with the kind of productivity we have, in an improved manner that is climate friendly, circularly producing at the same time, and a city we can be proud of to call our home, the Lagos of our dream, a greater Lagos rising. And that is why we are here this morning, to contribute our part, to take lessons from what we are to do better as public servants in Lagos, to ensure that the figure and the amount of the budget is not so huge by saying, but also huge by delivery, transforming the face of the Lagos we all aspire for, and find the Lagos of our dream rise, and we imagine it, proud citizen, proud residents, not only working the number, but working the developments that our city is hoped for. I hope that I have been able to convince and not confuse you. But I know I may not have spoken like my boss, the head of service, but I've tried to just speak to his slide in the knowledge I've taken from him. Thank you for having me this morning, and good morning once again.
All right. Let's give it to her. Let those emojis keep coming. Let them come. She deserves all our accolades. She deserves all our applause. She deserves our love. We give it to her. Thank you very much, ma'am. For the third year in a row. Amazing us with that excellent presentation. Last year, the numbers were just coming back to back. This year, she has decided to take it easy on us. She talked about the numbers. But more importantly, she talked about what we are going to do to make the number work for Lagosians, for a greater Lagos. She said, that is why we are all here. I am proud of you, ma. Okay. Oh, okay. I hope I am still audible. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Somebody must have tampered with. Okay, so thank you so much for joining again. Thank you, ma, for coming back. I was just saying about the brilliant delivery by the PS before we had that short break. Nevertheless, we'll carry on. It has been amazing. The PS has taken us through the HOS paper, and I'm sure that the HOS himself would have been very, very proud of you, ma, as we are equally proud. She talked about the budget of shared prosperity, meaning that making this budget to work for everyone. It's not about sharing the money. It's about having tangible projects that work for everyone, regardless of location, community, regardless of gender, regardless of race, degree. As long as you live in Lagos, Lagos must work for you. She talked about those budget figures, and she talked equally about our role in making it happen as public servants. We must do away with old ways of doing things. We must be efficient. We must be diligent. Our output is somebody else's input, and so we must ensure that those outputs are coming, in a timely format, so that we don't hold up the progress. She talks about the Lagos State Development Plan, about 4 taps and only 1 tap opening the time. So as we do it, some people are still disturbing, so I have to mute some people. We're going to have questions and answers very soon, and we're going to have that quiz. Just waiting for more people to join again. Before we had that break. Okay, so now if you have a question for our PS, you're still very much on the call with us. Kindly indicate by raising up your hand virtually, and then we take you. In the meantime, I'm going to post the link for the quiz in the chat box. So for those who are interested in taking to win our cash prizes, I'm posting the link right now in the chat box. So, but if you have questions, kindly indicate by raising your hand. Okay, I'm not seeing any hands raised yet. I hope that our people can find their way around Google Meet, a new platform that we're using. All right. So she also talked about knowledge. How we as civil servants should update our knowledge. We should not be obsolete. This is not the century that you should be teaching somebody access when there are better tools to work with. And regardless of what people are saying around you, if it is only ChatGPT that you know, at least make sure that you use that one. You're not saying one place the knowledge that you have because service is moving key into the digital world. She said, yes, I hope thank you. If we have questions for the HOS, through the PS, Ministry of Economic Planning and Budgeting, kindly indicate by raising up your hand. Before we had the call was interrupted, I know about four hands raised. But now that you ended up calling, okay, it's not accepting responses. Okay, so I'll check that link again. But in the meantime, before the call was ended abruptly, there was a question that I saw in the chat, and somebody needed clarity on those four taps that you talked about with the Lagos State Development Plan. What are the taps and how do they work together again? Yes, that's the question. You can just help us speak to that, Ma. I hope the PS can hear me.
Sorry, can I have that again, please?
Okay, the person was asking about the Lagos State Development Plan is like four taps. That's only one of the taps can work at a time. So the person was asking for more explanation on that. What are the four taps?
Okay, so the four taps, and that's a misconception, please, saying that only one can work at a time. So the four taps are the 4 dimensions of the Lagos State Development Plan. We have 4 pillars or 4 dimensions, as you may want to have it, of the Lagos State Development Plan. The first is thriving economy. The second is modern infrastructure. The third is human-centric city. The fourth and the last, which is not the least anyway, is security, effective governance, and security. So when I say that these are 4 taps in a tank, so the development plan itself is the tank. Okay. So it's like imagine having a tank in your house that has 4 taps. If you open the 4 taps at a time and water is coming out from all, don't forget that the water is coming from the same tank. So that is trying to speak to the fact that the pillars of the development plan are all intertwined in the plan of the state, which is, if you ask me, the water in that tank is our vision as a state. That's the economic trust of the state, which in one box is to have a city that works, a functional economic and financial hub, a mega city, a city that functionally, both economically and financially, is empowered on daily basis to thrive, to improve, to scale, at an easy place where if somebody pitches his or attends, you are living in, you are able to productively do business, in a safe, secured environment. I don't like us cramming these things, because each time you come to say that to have a Lagos state that is economically, financially, working, effective, and you are just quoting safe, secured, and it's just simply telling you that we are looking forward to having a city where doing business makes my life better economically and financially. I am empowered, improved, and I'm doing that in a place where I can trust that this place is safe. This place is functional. Not that today I prosper, tomorrow I am scared about how to live. It's safe, it's continuously functionally productive, because productivity itself is measured over a range of time, if we understand it. So that is the water inside that tank. So whether you are opening it in terms of the economy thriving of it, or in terms of upping your skill, you are a organizer. Today you are pumping tire. Tomorrow you have a tool to do that in a way that you can do 10 in a day rather than doing 4 in a day. Next year, you now have a device by reason of government training you in WAPA, in special duty. The officers there have upped their game to discover a new way that they can introduce to artisans, that they can now productively do 20 tires in a day, rather than still using a bar and fufu to fill the tire. You have discovered a better way it is done in Rwanda. You have introduced that. Commerce and industry officers are speaking through the cooperatives to ensure that there are better ways of managing funds. People now understand financial management better than holding their money in the bank and it's not producing anything. There are a lot of civil servants that keep saving up in the bank, even as we speak, in their current account, and it's not producing anything. The money is sitting there for other people to use. They still have not understood what to do, to improve their standards of living. Or somebody all is thinking of is accumulate money and go and build house in Ogun State while you are living in Lagos, rather than save yourself the trouble. You are living in a place functionally today. People still want to say, you own your own house on a plot of land. Not that so much landlord, flat, a 2-bedroom flat. But do you need the whole of the land that you are dying to have? You are dying to have 600 square meter where you build 2-bedroom flats. Not that you are doing farming or anything. And you are killing yourself traveling distance every day just because you want to own your own house and live on a plot of land. In this age and time, when the rest of the fund can be invested in something else, you live in a mini flat, it's okay for your family. You are just a family of 4 or a family of 3. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. So, opening that tap of understanding in economic thriving, as you up your game in your skill developments, improving your knowledge management, investing that knowledge management to ensure that there are modern infrastructures to driving you and driving the city called Lagos. So driving you in that modern infrastructure, there are modern knowledge management tools for us as civil servants that does not only help us contribute to Lagos State, but even to contribute to our own better living and productivity in a way that places you for advantage tomorrow. And that way, governance become effective and secure for you. Lagos State becomes secured only when you are okay. When you are okay financially, materially, you are okay. Functionally, you are okay. Economically. Then you say this place is safe. It's safe from that. Okay. So the tap of the development plan, I'm speaking to the pillars of the development plan in a way that becomes realistic in the way you hear it and understand it, beyond hearing it as a poem. Turn it to a poem. Turn it to understanding it. Don't cram it. Don't let it become too much of grammar. Let it become something you live with. Just like you live with how God loves the world and gave his only begotten son, Jesus Christ, to die for all. Understand the development plan that way and make it work for you and for the Lagos you want to drive. That's what I mean.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Four strategic pillars of Lagos State Development Plan, not to be cramped, to be understood, to be internalized, and to feature in our everyday working. Human-centric approach, modern infrastructure, a thriving economy that is about creating jobs and opportunities for everyone, effective governance. All right. The link again is in the chat box and is now accepting responses for those that asked. If there is any other person with question, you can raise up your hand or you can unmute and have questions asked. We still have the PS with us for about a few minutes before we wrap up the program for the day. Okay. So meanwhile, in the meantime, since we're not getting those questions right now, I don't know if is anybody asking question. Nobody yet. Okay, so I guess that the presentation actually captures a lot of what we expect. However, if I can just chip in a little bit of my own question. The infrastructure component of the transport and traffic management component of the budget. A question that I found in the social media space among analysts is how the budget seems to be silent on a very key infrastructure that Lagosians have been expecting, and that's the fourth mainland bridge. I don't know if in your capacity, you can tell us something about that. When can we hope to have conversations around that fourth mainland bridge? Very soon. Everybody is eagerly awaiting. I've been waiting for that project. Lagosians waiting for that project for a long time.
Thank you very much. So, first, I would like to say that Lagosians needs to be more grateful for the kind of developmental governance view that we all have, which I would not like to accredit to the government of the day alone, because I will pick from the words of Mr. Governor himself, who will always say publicly that the growth of Lagos is accredited to the states, the citizen, the Lagosians, and this government. Is always accrediting Lagosians. It will say that Lagosians are audacious. They are purposeful about the development of Lagos. Mr. Governor is always emphasizing that Lagosians themselves are very audacious about development of Lagos. Is always accrediting, is always giving credit to Lagosians about their audacity and intentionality about the development of Lagos. If you find Mr. Governor's speech, most times in the public, you see the way he acknowledges every citizen of Lagos in terms of how committed to Lagos they are. But honestly, as much as yes, I agree with Mr. Governor that Lagosians are purposeful, Lagosians also need to be more grateful for the kind of developments that are in space in Lagos. And as a public servant who also is preview to developments happening across the face of our nation. And when, as much as we say that we are no longer comparing Lagos with other states of Nigeria, we should also not be deterred from the fact that there are opportunities abandoned to other states of Nigeria as it is to Lagos. And we can't take the evaluation away from comparing with other states, because we are managers of other states' problem as well. You know, a lot of people are influxing into Lagos, and that makes it more difficult for a 0.4% of the landmass area of our nation, hosting over 12% of the population of our nation. If you understand what that means, it's like having a corner that is representing 0.4% on the map of a place, and yet carrying 12% of the load of that place to put to.
So what am I trying to
far from there? The level investment of this government is second to none anywhere in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Expecting the fourth mainland bridge is good. But while speaking earlier this morning, I was referring us to the investment we have at Mercy Children Hospital that is being constructed. A lot of, you saw the Odoyalaro bridge. So whatever capital investment you see today in Lagos is just a function of the revenue available to us as a state, to work with. The fourth mainland bridge investment is not a 10-kobo investment, dear Lagosians and my fellow public servants. This government giving priority to what we can do, intensively and reasonably enough today is very important. Did you see that the office complex that is in our former car park, you know how long that project has been there? We have a government that came and never touched that project. A government started that project. That government could not finish that project.
Not because that government weren't doing anything, but that government was also doing a lot of things.
But that government was also doing a lot of things.
That government started that project.
And that government started that project as needful as it was, because a lot of our agencies are in rented apartments. So give it to the government that started that project. But unfortunately, because there are a lot of things to always do in Lagos, that government could not finish that project. Another government came, did not touch that project, had other projects to do. Not because that same government that came wasn't doing anything as well, but it also has a lot to do. That government left, this government came and started to round up on that project. Mr. Governor had said that he will not live without that project commission. Amidst other new projects and other, projects that is also finishing upon, which I can go on and on. You know how many years the people of Makoko has been marginalized? Different development agencies coming to say they want to help them, taking picture videos of our people, leaving them vulnerable. But this government stood up to it and said, no, you cannot continue to feed on these people without doing anything for them. So let's re-engineer the whole place. So the business of governance is a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So taking one at a time, I will say that I will applaud this government if they didn't do Fort Milan Bridge, but they did do other projects that speak to transport, traffic management in a way that our city is not left vulnerable and detached, and dismantled, but also moving us forward, rated in whatever little piece we are rated, but moving forward, rather than having gigantic projects like people we have bridges uncompleted in other states of the nation, constituting nuisance, to mobility and making economic development suffer. So,
thank you very much.
I may not be able to answer it like Mr. Goff, but then, honestly, I think I reason with Mr. Goff for whatever development he's doing, and I'm grateful to him. Please allow me to also say that I'm sorry. I later saw that we have some honorable commissioners, our bosses, on this platform this morning. I think I saw Commissioner for Transport eventually. I acknowledge all the honorable commissioners, please, and thank them for the good work the executive is doing.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
A lot to be done.
Better
to complete many than to focus on one and leave it abandoned. That's the message right there for those of you that are asking about the mainland bridge. Lagos has a lot to do. If you look at the budget figures, which should we throw out? And this money, we still have to work to generate them. So as public servants, let's take up that charge. Let's make sure that we hit that target of 4.4 trillion and be able to fund this budget for shared prosperity. I will take just one more question, and then we go into the wrap up, and then we close for the day. Mr. Adekola Rafi, if you're still there, you can unmute and ask your question now. Mr. Adekola Rafi, you unmute, you tell us where you're from, and then you ask your question. Keep it as concise as possible. Mr. Adekola Rafi, are you still there? All right. If you're not there, okay. We'll take his active. Mr. Adekola Rafi is not there. That will be the last question.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma.
Good morning. We can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Good morning. Okay. First, I have to applaud her for that wonderful presentation. We learned a lot from it, and we are not going to take it for granted. My own question is that those of us that are living in Ikorodu, we have just one way that led to Ikorodu. So once the road has a problem, whenever there's a gridlock, all of us are cut out from Lagos State. So I know that there is a road that is currently under construction from Agric Ishawu that they said it will link to the express, which is supposed to be an exit. Once the Fourth Mainland Bridge is a capital project that probably Lagos State cannot fund at the moment. So the question is, when are we going to find a way out for Ikorodu people so that they wouldn't be having the challenges of gridlock, especially on Mondays when going to their offices? That's my question.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Zakaria.
Thank you, Mr. Zakaria. So if I may go straight to answer your question, don't forget, between the time of investment in the last bridge that was constructed to widen out at Ajegunle area, for us to have dual carriage entrance into Ikorodu and expanded that way. Between that time and now is the investment on water transport for the people of Ikorodu, particularly those who are traveling to the highland, which is a shorter travel, but for our trust as of people, a lot of us will love the old way of traveling by road or traveling in the luxury of our home car. Between that time of expansion, when Governor Fashola's administration expanded that bridge, has also been concise investments in mass transit along that corridor, improving our mass transit along that corridor also. So you won't say that there is only one route. There is alternative routes of traveling by water, especially to reduce the traffic of those coming to the mainland. If a lot of people that are going to the highland has traveled by water, So if you ask me, we have also continued to improve, the services on the waterway. Some people will say that there is a boat capsize sometimes, and where unfortunately, and may God console those who has through that route lost their lives and their families. May the Lord console. But however, functionally, if you rate the effectiveness of that travel on water and compare it globally with water transport management, we are not totally bad. As a matter of fact, we are not bad in rating. If you look at how the number of accidents that we may have recorded from water transport, but the attitude of people believing in it, trusting in it, as we continue to use and improve usage, the number of carriage on water, the effectiveness of travel management, investment on that corridor of water transport, and government on its side, public servants, you and I, those of us that work that space, improving our efficiency and effectiveness of the delivery along that alternative travel route. And we stop, okay, so you and I are civil servants who are producers, or what do I call us now, should agree that there are not only one alternative travel route. Yes, there is the land travel route and there is the water transportation, which is an alternative for that road that exists, particularly for the number, and there are quite a number of people that travels to the island and lives in Ikorodu. The exploration of the development of housing along other routes, exploring other available places, and the mass transit itself, reducing the number of cars owners, believing in the efficiency of the mass transit, and not doing the big man of I must carry my car to work. and travel, and honestly, significantly, there has been improvement in our mass transit in terms of carriage effectiveness of travel time. And if I remember, looking at about 10 years ago, how the traffic on the Ikorodu corridor has been, comparing it with what we have today, it may not have gotten to where we want, but definitely there has been improvement. I bet you may beg to disagree, but that I'm speaking from what I know. I also have the data with the transport statistics in my ministry of carriage, of numbers of travelers, both on water and on the road by mass transit on that corridor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma. Okay, Lagos may not have given another route to Ikorodu, but we've invested in multimodal transportation. We've invested heavily in the waterways. Last month, in November precisely, we had Mr. Oluwadamilala Emmanuel, the essay on Blue talk about the massive investments that are coming into the waterways. That's Lagos State's way of telling us we live in a very small area of land. We need to diversify how we move and how we do things. Thank you very much, Madam Pierre. All right, so no further questions for today. We'll just quickly rush through the polls together so that the PS has been gracious enough to correct us with one misconception so that you can guide us through. So I'm going to share the questions. There are just 10 questions in all. We'll look at them together. Okay. The first question says, what is the total size of the 2026 budget of shared prosperity? And yes. The correct answer to this is 4.444 trillion naira. Audacious and ambitious budget. That's a correct answer, and many people got that right. Which we are good with that information. The budget of shared prosperity was signed into law on which date? Correct answer is January 19, 2026. 70% of people got that right. Third question, what percentage of the 2026 budget is allocated to capital expenditure? So this is where it becomes interesting for people that are doing the structured. I forgot the. Can you imagine? I forgot the meaning of SIP. It will come back to me. For those of us that are doing the SIP, I forgot something we do every day. SIP. For those of us that are doing the SIP, questions that can come out. What percentage of the 2026 budget is allocated to CapEx? That is 53%. Structured evaluation and assessment program. I will not embarrass myself. Which best describe the vision of shared prosperity, growth shared across all communities. Thank you, everyone that answered that question correctly. This one I'm ashamed on your behalf. I'm ashamed on your behalf. How many strategic pillars make up the Teams Plus agenda? It's actually there. Teams, and then the plus. And then that's 7. So why are people saying Teams Plus agenda, not the Lagos State development plan? The Lagos State development has 4 strategic pillars, but the Teams Plus agenda has 7. The Teams Plus has 7, but the Lagos State development plan has 4. That's a trick question. All right. Which of these is not one of the 4 strategic pillars of shared prosperity? Private sector dominance is not one of them. The peers have said we should not cram. I think I remember human-centric city, infrastructure. Which other one again? Okay. She said we should not cram, so I'm not cramming. I understand and I've internalized it. All right. Which Teams Plus pillar received 21.6% of the CAPEX? That is traffic management and transportation. That is a huge chunk of the capital expenditure. So, a key duty of public servant. This presentation was big on duty of public servants, what we are supposed to do, and the key duty of public servant in actualizing the budget of shared prosperity is, of course, prioritizing those projects that are captured in the budget under the pillars of the Teams Plus agenda. As part of our work as public servant, we need to promote transparency. How can we promote that? Through open procurement and reporting. We must be transparent in our dealings because we are administering public funds. How should residents contribute to shared prosperity? They don't sit back. They monitor the projects. They engage with the government through platforms such as the Citizens Gate. We're going to be bringing the PS in charge of Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement sometimes in this series this year to talk about that Citizens Gate engagement platform. We monitor the project. Do you know Lagos? That statue of that man beating the Sato drum. This is a recurring question. That drum is at Badagry. If you know Lagos very well. And of course, the final question. The PSSDC, the agency that is hosting this webinar series, which is the supervising ministry for PSSDC, and that is the Ministry of Establishment and Training. My PS, I hope we are right with all the answers, man. For those of you that got the answers, yes, thank you very much. We'll be reaching out to you with the answers to your questions. Once again, don't forget that this is the Lagos State Greater Lagos series, organized by the Public Service Staff Development Center, a knowledge sharing platform where all we talk about are the policies and programs of the Lagos State government, and where the people that we bring to talk about these policies and programs are the people in the know, the policy implementers themselves, permanent secretaries, the chief accounting officers of the different ministries, departments, and agencies. We do this every month, third Saturday of the month. This is a special edition for the HOS only. Third Saturday of every month. We have your email address. We will be contacting you with the details of the next edition. Some of the things that we have lined up, we have the tax administration system that she talked about coming up very soon. We have something for women empowerment under we have a whole lot lined up, for the year. Unfortunately, we cannot take questions right now because our time is fast spent. I would like to, at this point, bring in my DG once again to help us appreciate the PS for such a wonderful delivery. My Director General, sir, I believe that you're still in the room. DG. Yes, he's still there. My DG, sir. Okay, while waiting for the DG to address us once again, all other questions, you can send them all to the Greater Lagos Rising Series. The Greater Lagos Rising Series at pssdc.ng, and we'll be sure to forward them to the PS so that you can answer them at our own convenient time. My PS, my DG, I'm still waiting for you, sir, for the vote of thanks. And perhaps he's having a network challenge. Okay. Mrs. Babaroti, you're on the call. Can you please help us appreciate the PS? All other permanent secretaries on the platform, starting with the head of service, all the PAMSECs, all members of the Lagos Executive Council that have humbled us with their presence this morning. All public servants, all members of the public. Mrs. Babaroti, are you still on the call?
Yes, I'm on the call. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, the Governor of Lagos State, the HOS, all administrative heads, including our very own PS, Ministry of Economic Planning and Budgeting. We thank you so sincerely for all that you have dished out this morning. It can only get better. We love all that you have told us this morning, and then it has really sunk. I was deeply immersed in all that you have said. We appreciate you, and we know that each time we beckon on you, you are always willing to share knowledge beautifully with us. And for everyone on this call, there can never be a webinar series if you all are not here this morning. So we want to thank each and every one of you for making it out of your very busy schedule to be here to listen to what our mother has told us this morning about the budget of shared prosperity that we all are involved. It is not for us to think that it is the government that should do it alone. Every quota counts. Every contribution counts. Whatever I do in my corner, whatever you do in your corner, contributes towards the success of Lagos. And on this note, I want to say thank you once again and have a blissful weekend. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Babanoti. Once again, thank you, my peers. Representing the head of service. We thank our head of service for endorsing this program, for gracing us with his time through the Ministry of the PS Ministry of Economic Planning and Budgeting. All other permanent secretaries are on call. We are so grateful for you always being a part of this discussion. We benefit a lot from your ocean of knowledge. All members of the Lagos Executive Council, the commissioners that are on call. I'm unable to identify everyone, but I want to sincerely thank you on behalf of the DG from the bottom of our heart. We thank you. We love you for all that you're doing for Lagos, all public servants, and of course, the team, the Greater Lagos Rising Series team, Mr. Babanoti, Mr. Rufai, Mr. Sadiq, Mr. Sato Batele, and all those that assisted us with the publicizing of this particular edition. Mr. Jamio, and also your knowledge of we're grateful to you. People at Alausa Sabi, we thank you. And the people at PSSC, we also thank you. Again, we see you all by God's grace in the month of February for the next edition of the Greater Lagos Rising Series. Till then, on behalf of the DG, I want to say thank you again once again. Bye now.